Hi guys, this is Buffy. In this video, we're going to talk about the increasement of Rorqual miners since the 15th of November, when the Rorqual received a kind of a big boost to mining amount, and how much that actually impacts, let's say, again, versus the radders. I mean, in my corporation, for example, we had like 100% radders, and I have seen an increasement of Rorqual miners in that high volume that it actually kind of have a big deal in the corporation taxation, that the taxation system that the corporation has. I mean, we get 10% of the bounty the radders have, but we don't have any ways to actually get the taxation on members that are mining. And with the increasement of miners and builders and industrial players, this will actually kind of show some problems, or actually be a big problem later on in the game, since the only way to actually generate ISK is to do some running, killing NPCs, that's bounty, and do some mission running, or actually do some incursions. That's like the only way that you can actually generate ISK. Otherwise, the miners and the industrial builders, they just actually transfer something into ISK, but that ISK is a player's ISK, and that is generated from the radders and the incursion players, and to summarize it, the bounty. And it's kind of a big problem. I've talked about a lot of ISK per tick and how much you actually gain on to do some radding in different ships, and I've had some talk about the carrier ticks here. Yes, it's actually very low. It kind of depends on what region you're playing and the skill level of the players. I have a lot of contacts in corporations all around Eve, and they have actually given me a big summarization of their members that actually are radding in carriers and such, and have done some kind of average depending on if you have the skill level you have, if you have level 4 in the carrier skills, and kind of going with Tech 1 fighters and everything, and up to non-faction carriers ticks. And this is also very low, since you're not actually cycling only havens or sanctuaries, you're actually doing Forsaken hubs and Forlorn hubs as well. That is why that's kind of low. Just want to clear that up. And if you see here, this is the Rorqual. It can actually manage to mine around 200 million ore per hour, and that ore can be transferred to minerals, as you know, and those minerals can be worth more than 220 up to 300 million per hour, and that's a huge amount of ISK you can make per hour in a Rorqual. And this is from the bonuses they received 5th of November. And this is a graph here. I have summarized, I don't know, it was 10 corporations, I think, in different regions in New Eden, and they have submitted their top 20 active members, active radders, and kind of given me the possibility to actually summarize how much is the members are making per month. And I get the statistics from the 5th of November, as you can see here, week since 5th of November, and those are the top 20 members. So I've divided into 3 groups. The red here is kind of below. It's around 50 million per month, and that is a taxation of 10%. So the yellow here, as you can see up here, is 100 to 150 million, and the green here is 150 million or more per month. So that means that those green here actually earn a lot of 1.5 billion ISK per month from the bounty. I'm not talking about the escalations and the loot you receive. This is only the bounty. So here is the radders from week from week 0 to week 12. That is now when I recording this, or the statistics is for week 12, and that is 5th of February. And as you can see here, this is the members, and those reds here are the new Rorqual miners. So they have started to stop giving the corporation taxations because they are not ratting anymore. They are instead mining in Rorquals. So as you can see here, it's a huge drop in players that actually rats. The 20 most active members, and actually, what is it, seven of those members actually started doing Rorqual mining instead of ratting, as they've done before. And here is the graphs. The white here is the ratters, how much ratters, 100% ratters, and down to around 14. And the Rorqual amount that is increased in the corporations has increased around 7. So that's actually a huge increasement in the Rorquals and a huge decrease in ratters. And here you can see the average tax income / active members. I'm talking about the taxation because it is the only way I can actually manage to compare or actually make the statistics. I can just look at the members and the taxation from the corporations I received, and that way I can see how many actually stopped ratting and so on. So I mean, if you actually 10 times this, that's the amount of ISK they are earning per month in average. So it was kind of a 1.5 billion, or just below 1.5 billion ISK per month the average members actually gained. And you can see here it drops below, like, I don't know, 800 million or 820 million or so. And that is a huge decreasement in income and ISK generating. So here is the ore or the mineral prices in HiSec. With the increasement of mining, I would believe that the mineral prices will actually drop tremendously, since there's so many more people actually mining than ratting. So the ore or mineral prices should actually drop, but actually it hasn't dropped that much since the 5th of November 2016. And as you can see here, those are the minerals that actually dropped since the 5th of November, and it's just below, like, I don't know, 20%, 15 to 20%. And those minerals here has actually increased in value, and that actually summarized to a change of almost 0. It is like 2 or 3% in average change since the 15th of November. So that's not actually that much. So here can you see a more zoomed in version of the average mineral value change. It's like 2% or so. And with this increase of Rorqual miners and less ISK generating in EVE per se, that actually is a big problem. If you actually decrease the ISK generating per month, it's kind of a huge problem, since you're building ore, you mine and you build ships and so on, but who will buy those from you? If the ISK like kind of in the cycle or in EVE actually doesn't increase the same amount as the miners, the prices will kind of go down for every module and every ship in EVE. And that's why this is actually a huge problem. So actually CCP has announced that they will do a Rorqual nerf that will be 25% actual mining yield decreasement. So that's a huge nerf to Rorqual, and they have actually done a shadow nerf as well. They have increased the travel time on the Rorqual, so I estimated that it will be kind of a change of 2% to, I don't know, up to 10% decreasement as well per tick from the Rorqual. So the shadow nerf plus the mining yield nerf here is a very good change for the EVE players, and well done CCP on that thing. So here you can see the graphs again here. I mean, I've started now to actually look into how many are actually starting to rat again, since they actually know that the Rorqual won't actually be that effective anymore. And it's actually a huge increasement in ratters, and a lot of the members I have in my corporation and a lot of other members in my friends' corporations have actually started to sell their Rorqual. So I think that this change is actually very good, since we kind of saw kind of the apocalypse thing with the ISK generating thing. So well done CCP, and I hope this actually either that more people start to rat again, just because so the ore prices and the ship prices won't actually decrease too much, because that will actually inflict the economy on a huge level. And also because the taxation of the members, there is actually no way, there is a way, but there is like no way to actually get a perfect taxation on the miners in a corporation. You can own a Astra house or a industrial complex that actually has a tax on their refining and the manufacturing, but but some alliances doesn't actually allow it. They want to have that taxation on the alliance level instead of the corporation, and that is actually, if you see those graphs here, it's actually a huge decrease in corporation economy. And so small gang corporation level roams and fleets are harder and harder to actually get paid for, or going out. So that was actually everything in this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. There's my channel. There's me, I guess, my subscribe icon. So fly safe and don't forget to rat. Thank you.